Munch.
Merry meet and welcome. I am Sherry, and spiritually known as Willow, and this is my channel, PWI Spiritual Investigators. On this channel, I bring to you evidence and detail of all things strange and unknown. Are you someone into the paranormal, into magic, and into having open talks and discussions with myself and others? Then this may be the channel for you. As a witch and practicing shaman, spirituality and understanding the other worlds are very important and something I've come to know and learn. I know that the other worlds and other dimensions exist, and it's my duty on my channel to bring you the truth and evidence of life after death and of life of other planets and other dimensions. Please do not forget to like, follow and support my channel to get more of my upcoming videos. And remember that we love all sorts of people coming to these shows, and we are happy to be open and to educate you with truth, reality and fact. So if you are somebody that loves the strange and the unknown, and you want to learn and to be educated more, then this channel is definitely for you. Blessed be. And the show will start soon.
I love that intro.
Well, I'm sitting just.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I made it. Like I do. I was sitting there in awe watching that. I just want to say hello to everybody and welcome to the show. There is myself, my beautiful sister Drew this side, and my beautiful sister Mystical down here. We've got Sister Mystical on with us. Yay!
Happy
That's
face.
really cool. Happy face, definitely. So
I'll
pull you over to Sister Drew, so Sister Drew can say hello and Sister Mystical can say hello. Then we'll let you know what we're going to be getting up to.
Everybody, it's nice to be here and finally be live with the sisters again, isn't it? So yeah, it's just nice to be here, guys, and just chill out with you and say hello and things. So hello.
My turn.
Yes, you.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be back. And as my sister Drew would say, whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh yeah.
We're back.
Oh yeah.
Kim says,
Hi, Timmy.
yes.
Hi, everybody.
It's been a long time coming. We've been waiting, but Sister Mystical's been so busy with all of her stuff at home and the chickens and the dogs and everything else. They've got a very, very busy life. And if you follow the channel, you will know that. Same with Sister Drew. She's got a lot of stuff that she has to do as well. So we don't quite get on all the time like we want to, but we are planning to bring some of the shows back so that we get a bit of time. But just bear with us, guys.
Yes, we'll be back. Yeah, tonight we wanted just to chit chat together and things. We were going to do the spirit box and things like that, weren't we, Sister Sherry? But we wanted Mystical to be here. And some of us have had a lot of loss over the last couple of months and things. Sister Sherry, myself, and Mystical as well. So a couple of losses, guys. So right at this moment, I don't think the spirit box is something we should be doing, just out of respect for our spirits around us and things, you know. So we'll talk a bit about the Estes method, though, that we are going to be trying soon. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
What we're going to try?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should get Mystical to actually talk about this because it was Mystical's idea to do it the way we're going to do it. So we'll hand over to Sister Mystical.
Well, first of all, are y'all hear me breaking up? Because I'm hearing both of y'all breaking up.
No.
No? Okay, so it's breaking up on my end when I'm hearing y'all. Okay, so all I heard was Mystical. So what am I supposed to do? I missed that whole section. It was like, what?
Just to say about the Estes method.
Oh, okay. Kind of like how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So when we get ready to do the Estes method, I've noticed that when you're watching paranormal investigations, no matter which one it is, they can be some that's got thousands and thousands of subscribers, or they can have some that has very few subscribers. There are very few of them that actually does it correctly. Now, me and Lee was talking the other day, and whenever we watch them and they do the Estes method, I don't think they're understanding how to do it correctly. Not no fault of theirs. I think they just not researched it enough. The Estes method, so that the audience, the viewers, the subscribers are watching, that they know everything is on the up and up. And that's the way that we do everything we do. It's all truthful. We don't make stuff up. We don't exaggerate. Everything is pretty much what you see is what you get. Okay, the Estes method. Now you have, whether you have one, two, three, four people, however many you have, um, we're going to use us three as an example. Okay, Drew would like have a blindfold on. She can't see us. She will have her mic muted. She can't hear us. She will have her chat like taken off where she can't see the chat, because she's going to be the one that the spirits, the spirit guides, whoever it is, any spirits that's going to communicate, is going to come through Drew. They're going to put thoughts in her head. They're going to put feelings in her head. They're going to answer questions. They're going to talk to her. Okay? So all of this is coming to her. Now, say like me and Sherry on the other end, if Sherry has her spirit box going, me and her can ask questions. The chat can ask questions, because Drew won't have access to none of this. Okay? So we can be listening to the spirit box and, hey Scott, and we can be asking questions, and then what happens is you all can hear and you all can see Drew with the blindfold on, and if she like whatever we're doing and she's like, oh, I feel something on my wrist, something touch me, yes, no, what the hell, whatever she's spewing out, maybe the spirits are answering our questions through her. That's the only way you're going to know it's on the up and up.
Yeah.
The way some of the paranormal do, they're in the same room or they're just in the next room and they're hearing everything. And the person will be, that's blindfolded, to be saying something, and the other person will be answering or asking the spirits. But see, that's not right, because how do you know that they're on the up and up? How do you know that the spirits are answering them and they're not answering just because they heard you talking and asking the question? Exactly. So so there's a way to do it so that everybody knows, oh hell, that it was a spirit, because there's no way Drew would have known that, would have heard that, would have seen that, So that's what we're gearing to, because we want to stay honest and put everything in the up and up. So
definitely,
that's kind of in a nutshell. Any questions?
Yeah, what does anybody think, guys? I think it's a good idea, and I do think it's got value to it. Definitely got value to it, because it could be that, like, if you've got like really crappy earphones, or you've not got something, like if everything's right up close to you, you could hear it and things like that. So it probably does make sense to have like one device that's with the person in it in that room, and then somebody else somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? It does make more sense.
As Mystical said, though, guys, we want to try and do everything as straight to the point as possible. We don't want anybody to have any doubt on us. So we had originally been talking about doing it with the fairies, because Sister Mystical and Sister Sherry and I had been talking last night, and then we invited Mystical in to talk to us about it. So what we were talking about was doing it in the fairy realm, and then I thought, why not do it the Estes method, and then that way there'll be no. I mean, who knows? We could talk to the spirits, the fairies, the dragons. We just don't know who could come through. So I think it's a really good idea. And I've never done it before, guys. I have never done the Estes method in my life. So I think it'll be really cool.
I know that I've done that. The one where you do the earphones, you do the eye thing. I do feel a lot through doing that. Like I'll get like spirits talking to me through the earphones and through the spirit box, but a lot of what I get is from what I'm feeling. Because not only that, what you got to remember is when you're doing this is that this experiment as well, it's not just helping you to connect, but it's opening all of your senses. Okay, so your senses are becoming more, so you're tapping into what you're seeing more, what you're feeling more, because everything's in a darkness if you think about it, and no sound. So when things start coming through, you know something's coming through because you can see it, you know. So
and it was interesting that Mystical had said about what you hear through the box and what you hear kind of getting through your head, because for the last little while I've been really starting to hear the spirits a lot more. I've been starting to try and recognise when it is my own voice and when it's maybe a spirit around me. So it'll be really, really interesting to see where it does lead, because I do feel that my abilities have came on really, really good in the last year. So if I tune out to all the sounds, all the sights, I've only got my own thoughts and the spirit box, you know. So it'll be really interesting just to see what we do get. And we can always swap it around if you want, Sherry and Mystical. And you can try it as well.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, because
it would be good, definitely be good, and I do think that you do definitely need to try it, like because me and Sister Mystical's got the abilities in that, so we kind of know what's going to come anyway. But it'd be really interesting to see you do it because you'll be able to see it maybe a bit more from our level, because you'll be able to start seeing things coming in the third eye and coming into the bit, and you're like, whoa, like
Interesting.
you know, it is going to be, it'd be really cool.
I just feel that for the last probably year, I would say probably about a year, that a lot of us have been getting downloads, and some of us are only just now recognizing that these are downloads. A lot of the time, I was thinking when I was sitting in maybe a little daydream, I was thinking that I was just daydreaming. But I feel now, looking back on a lot of the downloads that I've had, that the spirits, the energies around me have been trying to tell me things for a while, but I haven't really been listening. I've been hearing them, but I've not really been listening to what they've been trying to tell me. I feel as if a lot of the messages that I've been getting for the past year was leading me up to where I am just now. And when I think back on it, I now know that. So now moving on into the future, I'm going to have to try and be aware what really is just a daydream and what really is a download from the spirits. So knowing that my two sisters are a lot more connected than I am, have you got any tips, ladies, on how I can recognise what's a daydream and what really is the spirits giving me communication? Is there a way I can tell?
well, sis, when we do the Estes, what you will be doing is saying everything. If you,
Yeah,
whether you think it's you or whether you think it's the spirit, you say it, because a lot of times they're put it in your head to say it, and you might think, oh, that's my thought, that's not the spirit's. No, you
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
right.
I was
Anything
going to
you
say that.
feel, yeah, anything you feel, you say it, because that's going to be yours. Because as we're asking questions, anybody in the chat's asking questions, the spirit box, if it comes up and we ask something, you,
Yeah,
it may be getting you to feel something, that's going to tell everybody, oh, that's, she's just answering what they just asked.
yeah. When I'm doing the
So it's
Estes
gonna
method,
be,
I'll definitely do that. I
Well,
was thinking more around like my
like
normal day life.
you've
Sorry,
just
sir.
got to be open, sis. You've got to be
Right.
open and be okay with like getting those messages, and obviously
mhm,
not listening so much to if that's your voice talking in your head, because 9 times out of 10 it's not your voice talking in your head,
Yeah,
it's them. Okay, so that another thing you'll normally get as well is when you're there and you're doing that communication, you'll get that gut feeling or that feeling that this is not you, this is something talking to you. You'll have that feeling, and the more that you do this experiment, I think we should do it a few times with you. The more that you do the experiment, it will open those senses more, and you'll start to probably feel and realize it more, and you'll know not to listen so much to what you think is your head and your voice speaking to you, and just go with it, because 9 times out of 10 it's them. Everything you think, any ideas, any plans, anything that comes through, even the talking back to yourself, most of the time you sit there and think, oh, that's just me talking about. No, that's somebody talking to you.
Exactly, because sometimes
like,
you get random thoughts.
Listen to it.
So
you're going to sit there and doubt, oh, was that me or was that them? Then you're clouding that communication. So be open-minded. Listen to how you feel. That is the most important thing. You'll know by your gut, this is not something from me. This is somebody talking.
Yeah. See,
you'll feel it as well.
Yeah. A lot of times the reason they will talk to you and you hear your voice is so they don't startle you or scare you.
Right.
So you're not like, oh, maybe their voice may be sounding scratchy. Know. You don't know. So a lot of times they'll communicate to you in your
tinny, echoey.
Yeah. In your own
there's
voice,
so
you're
ways.
Not scared.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that makes sense that they would
Just
do
be
that.
open-minded first. Do maybe your meditation first. Put some meditation on. Open your mind. Then, obviously, when you go to do it, like I said, just follow your instincts and what you're feeling when you're doing it. Stop sitting there thinking, "Oh my God, that's my head talking to me." Because most of the time, it is not. It is them talking to you. It's just you've got to realise that. And normally, your voice, you can tell it's when it's your voice because it's more of a reasoning with you. What are you doing? Are you doing this? Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? When it's them, they'll just come and speak whatever they want to say to you. So you will know the difference between who's talking and who isn't.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you get these random thoughts and you're like, where did that thought come from? And then you start thinking, is that something that's going to come up in my future? And then you start taking it for. That's why I started to journal, because I was getting so much things coming around my head. I was getting so much random thoughts throughout the day that I thought I had to structure it somehow, and that's what I was journaling.
What you're going through now was what I was going through when I was younger. Like, because, like I'd be like you. I'd be like, oh, like, I'd be listening to what I'm doing and trying to be okay with it and opening to what I was doing and stuff like that. But I would always find it really difficult, and obviously, like, I'd be like very like weary of what other people would think, and at first I would question myself: is that me speaking it, or is that them? But over time, you do learn to listen to that, and you know that it's not that through the feelings, the emotions, and everything else you get as well. The more you open, the more experience you get. So then it won't just be them talking to you; it'll be feeling their emotions, their sadness, all of those things. You know what I mean? The more you do it, the better it gets.
See, I feel as if that is what I've always... See, all my life, I've always have been a really deep thinker. That's just the way it's been. So now looking back on it, I think I have had... A lot of you know that I have had drugs in my life, guys. I've had drink in my life as well at some points in time. And I think that is why... when I was doing those things, I wasn't hearing the voices and things. So I feel as if maybe that's why, maybe not why I did take drugs or drink or something was that reason, because I was hearing voices. It wasn't that. But I'm saying because I was doing those things, I wasn't allowing myself to hear them and feel them and things. So now that I am in a better space and I can hear and feel things more clearly, I feel as if I've not just been a woke, I've been a woke all my life. I'm just recognising it now, You
hear a lot of crap online, where people go, oh, if you're on this and you're on that, you can't communicate, can't do this. But you can, okay? But it's on a completely different level because you're not functioning properly. So you're not fully connecting. You're not fully understanding what is going on. You kind of have a cloud over you. You're never fully understanding what is going on. You know what I mean? So it is better to be completely free from any heavy sort of drug or anything like that, because it does play with the mind. And like you're saying, sis, like I would have I'd have visions and stuff and have things that would come to me that's meant to happen. And at the
Yeah,
beginning, when I was young, I'd be like, oh, it's nothing. And it would happen. So,
yeah,
like, all through my life, I've not been able to ignore those things because I know when I get them, it's going to happen.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And you'll
Yeah.
learn to be like that as well. You're already doing it.
Yeah, I just feel as if I had other things on my head, so I wasn't allowing them to come through, you know. It wasn't priority at the time. And I feel like if I moved up here, and obviously the different things that's happening in the world, we're all being awoke for our true path, I feel. So I think that
Yeah.
is why things did happen so quick in the last few years, because we are needed now more than ever. I mean, you guys are
Yeah.
really sensitive to it, so you'll feel it more than
But
I
you're
do.
doing it
But
as well, sis.
yeah,
You
definitely.
have done it. You've
Mhm.
done it when you've done my meditations and you've gone to those places. We've
Yeah,
visited places that we've been to as sisters in
yeah,
past lives. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
you've done it when you was at mine that time. You
yeah.
remote
That's a
reviewed your
beautiful
dragon and
experience.
stuff just through the music and sitting there with the incense and that on. You
Yeah,
do it. It's just learning to keep that so you can keep doing it, and you will.
yeah.
It's going to open you more. They want you to be like that.
See,
They
that's
do.
why I had to journal, because I have to have a
Mm.
place to put it all together so that I can see the story evolving, if you know
That's
what I mean.
That's why we always say it's important to journal, because there's always a message and a sight in anything you write down. That's why
Yeah,
anything I get, anything I do, I write down, because even if it don't make sense at that time, you could go back in a couple of months when something happens and you'll be like, hang on a minute, it makes sense. They were
yeah,
telling us that back there. And like
yeah,
you start to see the puzzle and what you're
yeah,
trying to do, you know what I
definitely.
mean? So
Yeah.
Sister Phoenix is saying sometimes they'll use a voice, someone you know. It's happened to me at the beginning when I started hearing the spirit. They would use my daughter Jessica's voice many times. I would ask her, wow, that's good to know that. But that's why they're doing that then, so that you recognise that person, you know, and then you want to communicate with them. I just think it's amazing the way spirit and spirits work. It's just something that I feel all of us right now need to try and connect to for our own mental health for a start. You know, I think it's
and
so
it really isn't any different for the dragons and the Fae. It's the same
yeah,
way with the Fae and the dragons. The only difference is the Fae are little tykes and they will come up to your camera and show off and do whatever when they want to. But
Yeah.
you
the
know,
dragon
it's all about
experience.
vibration and connection with the mind and
Yeah,
believing. If you don't believe in what you're doing, you're not going to do it, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're not.
yeah.
You need to believe in what you're seeing and believe in what you're hearing and feeling. You have
Yeah,
to.
Sherry, you had a lot of activity on the bottom section of your pots.
I've noticed that a lot
Yeah.
because obviously I've got the little sparkly things over the top that move, but you can clearly see
Mm-hmm.
that the little things that move around in the air that are floating do not affect anything on the floor or
Yeah.
on the sides or anything. That's why I've angled it the way I did,
Mm-hmm.
so that
Yeah,
it wouldn't do that.
really
But
good.
you see little speckles going over the flowers in the fairy area under the pot. I see something
Mm-hmm.
standing in the pot last night, and then Sister Phoenix sent a picture of them under the fairy den, like standing
Wow.
the fairy den and that. It was just so cute. It
I
was
The
just feel
the
that
absolutely
we've all
the
got the gift. It's
yeah the
just opening it.
the
Sorry,
section
Beth.
the section that Sherry had. If you're looking at the video last night, um, and then there's the dark shadow where it's shadowed. I think from your shed on the right hand side.
yeah, it did.
If you're looking
Yeah.
at it, okay, for a split second, it must have been this big. It was a flash, like a light, and then it went away that quick. And I
Really?
was like, oh crap. And then by the
It
time I
happened a
tried to
couple of
back it
times.
up, by the time I tried to back it up, then because I was on my phone because I was watching you on the TV.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to bring it up on my phone and I'm backing it up. And then I'm like, while I'm trying to back it up, I'm missing everything on the TV because my
That's
eyes
what I
can't
do.
be in both places at one time. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I know I seen it. So I just got off the phone and just started
Yeah, and
watching
I
the
do go back
TV.
over my footage, and I do know the one that
Yeah.
you was on about because I see that physically happen as well. And there was a couple of other times where the lights were flicking out and coming out as well. There was like just these beams of light just coming out of nowhere.
Yeah,
There was one
and it
underneath the
was
fairy
huge.
den. It was near the
beside the
fairy
light.
den. It just flashed right
Yeah,
out. I was like,
it
what
was
the
huge.
hell? Yeah, I mean,
Total.
like, yeah. And guys, everything that like me, Mystical, Drew do, it's all real, okay? Like none of it's edited, nothing's been added into any videos. What you see is what you get, okay? If you choose to believe or not, that's up to you. But I know that my evidence is legit and it was caught live. And
It's just nuts because I'm a simple Scottish girl that's got bullshit that goes on in
There's
my life.
nothing simple about you, Drew.
there is
Nothing
definitely
is
nothing simple
simple
about Sister
about
Drew.
you, Drew.
I'm from a house and scheme, and I would never have believed that fairies, ghosts, dragons are all real. And believe me, if I can say they're real guys, believe me. And it's hard for me to say things like that because I know people will ridicule me for saying it. But it's true. And I will never
They
lie
are there.
about
Yeah.
it's real.
Sister Drew's experienced it. She's come
Yeah.
around the Fager. She's been to the woodland. You know what I mean? She's seen things. I'm not being funny, but that picture that I showed you on the show where she come up from the grave, you cannot say that is a bird, a bug, or anything. That was a fae.
You see
You can
the
see it
legs and
was a fae.
everything.
Shape the legs, the head, the
Yeah.
wings.
You
Come on.
cannot say that. That picture should be in the newspapers. It should be in magazines
I've
and
been
everything.
tempted to go round my thing, going, look what I caught up at the graveyard to everybody. So they're like, can I take a picture? But like, I
Yeah.
thought, no, don't be big headed. You know what I mean? Like,
But
When
that's
I
the
was
thing.
watching it, oh sorry.
I was just
I
going to
just-
say that's the thing. We don't want to go out and brag about these things because we know that they're private. We don't want to go out there and expose them to the world, you know?
I don't do it. I don't do it because I want to get fame. Okay, I'm doing this, and I'm showing it to the people they want me to show it to, and the ones that they want to be educated, not to the whole world. You know what I mean? Like, so, but yeah, I was tempted though. Look, but no.
When
No.
I was watching it on the TV, okay, Lee's sitting next to me, and I'm watching, and I said, "There's a fairy, there's a fairy, there's a fairy," and I'm pointing as it's going by, and Lee's like, "I don't see it," and I'm like, "It's right there." He's like, "I don't see it," and I'm like, "Oh," and then so I get on my phone, and I'm backing up. I'm like, "Right there it is, right there it is." He's like, "I don't see it," and while I'm telling him, I'm looking up at the TV. I'm like, "There's another one. Look, you can see its legs. You can see its wings. You can see it." And he's like, "I don't see it." And I'm like, "But it's right there."
That's what the proof and what everyone says. If somebody, not so much if somebody doesn't quite believe, you know, if people are not open to seeing that, not that they don't believe, but they're not open to it, they won't see it properly. You know what I mean? They won't see it. They'll be like, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, "Right there. Can't you? It's plain as it's like no."
That's the funny thing though, because Wally he watches a lot of the things we do, especially like the gardening stuff, like Mystical and Mr. Lee does and Uncle Danny and things. But when we're live, like right now, it's on in the room upstairs. So he does spot things before I spot them, and I'm like,
That's
"How
good.
do you do that?"
Keep it up, Willie. Come on, you've got to come to more of my shows. Point these fairies out.
But that's unique that he could spot them before me because you would think that he wouldn't spot them, but he does.
Yeah.
But I think that maybe because he's with you and because of what you do, that's opening him more. Even though he don't want to admit it, it's opening him. You know what I mean? 'Cause he's seeing weird things go on.
So.
You know.
Leah be on his phone and he's watching like the reels, you know, REELS, the reels, and he's watching one right after another, and the ones that come out where they say there's something there, and he's like, "Honey, do you see anything there?" And then he'll go to the next one. "Honey, do you see anything there?" Then he'll be asking me to see if it's real or not, if somebody's faking something, and I'm like, "Yep, I see it," and he's like, "Where? I don't see it," and I'll point it out, and he's struggling and he's looking and
used to
looking.
be like that. Used to be like that. So
he's still got a little way to go, but he will get there. Like I'm surely he see the one of Liara, Primrose, the one like coming up from the grave. He must have seen her.
Yeah. Well,
if he didn't, Lee, if you did not see that, Mr. Lee, there is definitely something wrong with it. You know what I mean? Like,
but he is opening up with his spirits talking to him more.
Yes.
because
He's
he'll
doing
come in and
absolutely amazing.
he'll come in, he'll say, okay, so my spirit guide told me not to do something, and I waited, I did something else, and then whatever fell off or whatever it was he said, and I said, that was your spirit guide. He said, I know. And he came in and told me, he's like, my spirit
That's
guides are
good,
talking
Mr.
to
Lee.
me.
Keep doing that. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Listen
So
to that.
he's picking up more on his spirit guides, telling him, stuff. If
That's
you
good
forget,
stuff.
yeah, because he was telling me the other day, if you forget something and you're getting in the car, you're getting ready to pull out, and you forget something and you go back in to get it, don't leave right away and go back. He said, because it's your spirit guides that's telling you to go back and get it, because something is going to happen within a few seconds, and you need to not be in that window when it happens.
Yeah.
And I said, that's right, because when it clicked, oh, I forgot something, they're sending you back for a reason.
Reason.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
spend, and like Lee says, yeah, they're saying like to spend a few minutes there. Once you get it, in your hand, they'll just go back out. Wait a few minutes and then go, so that window that you would have been in will already be closed, and you'll be safe when you go,
Yeah.
through that area. So he's picking up a lot on his spirit guides.
Yeah, he's doing
It's
really
really
awesome.
just listening, isn't it? And recognising. That's what I was asking you. How is there a way that you can recognise the different voices? But thinking about it, at that moment in time when something is about to happen, you know that you've got to listen to that voice. It's usually the voice of reason, isn't it? Like that little voice in your head that says, you're going to have to move now,
Sometimes you could talk to hundreds and hundreds of spirits, and the voice will just sound the same. It's just saying different things, and other times it will sound different. It really depends on how much of that energy of them comes forward. You know what I mean? So don't be put off if it's one voice staying continuously. That is just the voice of the spirit world. That's where they're talking through and things like that. That's what you've got to remember. You know what I mean? Like, not every spirit that comes to you is going to sound completely different. It's a different level.
I just think
it's
great. I just love it.
And
Was Phoenix saying there was a big orb there? Was there a big orb behind Sherry?
I'm sure there is. I know the aura's roundish. As long as I ain't putting my fingers up to her no more, because she bites your fingers now.
I think she was talking about when we were talking about the light that came on in her deal.
When you look at it, it did look like an orb, but you could tell it was a light. It was some sort of like weird flash.
Yeah. It was
like just from nowhere. It happened a couple of times.
Yeah, no,
Did you see that one? That spiral one. There was one, right? Something flew out of my window, and there was this yellow spiral, and it was going down the screen. That still baffles me on what the hell that is.
I'll need to rewatch it.
Sherry scared the crap out of me because I said I'll be right back because I had to go out, and then when I got done, I hurried up and came back in. And you're like, okay, on the TV, if you don't watch it for a while, it goes to that like home thing on the TV when you're on YouTube. And then you click it and it comes back on. And I see coming out of the door like a big black shadow or something. And I was like, oh, what the hell is that? And then here comes Sherry. It was Sherry in her black outfit. She was stepping out of her door.
You should know Sherry won't be in any other colour but black.
Oh, hell, that was Sherry scared the crap out of me.
When I put my head down that you can tell it's me because my head's there and it's white. Like, oh, it's Sherry.
No. All I could see on the screen was just this black coming out the door. I was like, and then Sherry comes on out. I was like, oh, hell, it's Sherry.
Disappointed it wasn't a spirit.
Yeah, thought I'd have something else to talk about, but I'm still talking about it.
There was a lot of stuff going on there as well, but sometimes I do have to come out, especially if I see certain things happen, because I want to go out there just to let them know that, thank you for doing that. And
it's adding your energy to it, though, isn't it? Yeah, sometimes you maybe need your energy there, just because you're probably their kind of leader, if you think about it. They're there because of you, so it makes sense.
Hey, Lee! I know Lee's watching. I cracked the door open. I cracked the door open and looked out, and I could see us on the TV, so he's watching us on the TV.
Yeah, no, I would say that I'm probably more like a guardian of them. I'm a protector. I protect them. I research about them. But obviously, I have fey connections, and I'm supposed to be of fey realm, stuff like that.
I believe
We've
that.
all been there, to be honest. But
Yeah, I
you know,
definitely believe
Well,
in the
too, what
past.
people don't understand is since they show themselves to Sherry, that doesn't mean that everybody else can see them. Now,
Yeah,
if Sherry puts out to them, certain people that she knows is good deep down in their heart, they're not going to
yeah,
be afraid to show themselves to them. But
hmm
no,
they're not going to show themselves to everybody. So a lot of
exactly.
times people watching, they're going to be like, I don't see anything. That's because you weren't meant to see it because they're not going to show themselves, you
Yeah, it's
know,
the
yeah,
same with
no.
to
spirits.
you.
And then not, and it is, sis. It is the same with the spirit as well. Not
Yeah,
everybody's going to see everything. It's not for everybody's eye. It's not meant for everybody's eye. Like, what you got to remember is when they do things like this, they only really try to reach out to the people that they know will be safe to open up to them, sort of thing. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So they do it all. Look, and that's not saying that they believe that the ones that can't see it, that you're not safe. It's just that they don't quite know you yet. They
yeah.
need to get to maybe know you a little bit more because you've not been. Well, you got to think. I've been on here for 9 years, and they've been with me all 9 years. They know the people that have come and go. They know who's worthy and who is not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
They've been
and
hurt
some of
too
you
much.
on you, and
Yeah,
they're still growing on you because you're new.
definitely. I
But
feel as
Hmm.
if, think about it, these type of, I don't want to call them species because they're not species, they're lovely little bubbles of
I just
energy
could
that
call
we
them folk.
can't
That's what
see
they are.
them.
They're folk.
Yeah,
They're
the
folk.
fae folk.
They're people.
I feel as if they've done it a certain way for all these generations for a reason. They know that man can be cruel. They know that man likes to expose these things as well. So they do it a certain way for a reason. So does the dragons. It's to
Yeah.
protect themselves. And it works. So they have to stick to what works. So it's
What
just the way it is.
Well, you got to remember, this world once was a place where any sort of creature or being could be together and everybody would be open to each other. And then it changed, okay? And certain magical creatures like dragons, the Fae, and that, they had to go into hiding, which they shouldn't have to do. And
Yeah.
thankfully, in this world now, people are becoming more open and more loving towards that sort of thing, okay? So they are starting to show, but they're going to still be very weary because what you've got to think is over the centuries and centuries that they've been here, what they've seen man do to each other, they're like, hell no. Like, you
Yeah.
imagine what you would do if, like, you got some mad person that don't believe in all that and they found out that Fae were real and that, and they go, like, tearing down their woods or whatever. Like, you just don't want things like that to happen. That's
Exactly.
why they only reach out to
Mhm.
certain people,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, look at the aliens.
yeah,
They
them as well.
probably know that a lot of good people seek out to see them, but they also probably know that there's a few of them in a laboratory somewhere. So
Mm.
the energies like the Fae folk, the brownie energies, all the other energies that we don't see, your dragons and everything, they're going to stay hidden until man can prove themselves worthy of seeing them. And it just so happens to be that people like Sister Sherry has, from a young age, been communicating with them because when she was a young age, she had a pure heart. So the fairy folk have knew that. And so throughout her life, they've stayed there in the background. And now, more than ever, they're using Sister Sherry to get their word out to people.
Believe me, the relationship took a
Yeah,
long time to build. It did
yeah,
take a long time to build. When they first started coming up to my window, I wouldn't even open the window to them. I used to sit there like, what are they? Because obviously I was seeing ghosts and that. I was like, oh my God, it's another ghost. It's a spirit or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I used to just freak out. And it was only one day when I got the courage to just walk up to the window and really look, and I could see little people standing there. I was like, and,
Hmm.
and then I put a cake down and they were
yeah, there's something
like
else.
pointing to the cake on the windowsill. And I'm like asking for the cake. So I opened the window and they came in, and like they used to just tell me things about the woodlands, and I would like make up stories, and they'd sit there on my legs, climb up my arms, all sorts of stuff, and they've always been there,
Yeah,
always.
Hmm. Carrie says there's some activity by your shelf
by
there,
myself.
sis. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would not surprise me.
Doesn't surprise me either. You're
I
welcome to
think we're all
say
used to it. If anybody sees anything behind me, don't say anything. My husband's watching us on the TV, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr.
he'll
Lee
be
would be
like packing his bags.
Running.
But it is, but everybody, like, when you start relationships with entities and energies, it don't just happen like that. You know, you do have to build that relationship with
You
them.
know your
Like,
part.
I wasn't like this when I first started out. I was petrified of it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
then I knew I wasn't going to get rid of my ability. They weren't letting my abilities go, so I had to learn. I didn't need to learn to love them because I fell in love with them anyway. But you know, I had to put that time in and dedicate to get used to them and things. And
What
you
was
know,
the light and the shadow, Sister Kara? Did anyone see a light and a shadow I've got on the big TV?
I
Whose house?
didn't. I was busy looking at Sherry's expressions on her face and laughing, so I missed it.
I keep looking at the pictures behind you, Sister Mystical. Did you paint those pictures?
No, my brother had those pictures in his apartment when
Right.
we moved him into his apartment. And he had always said that they reminded him of me because I have a lot of Indian stuff in
I love
here.
them. I
A
love
lot
them.
of
I love
like
the Indian
ancestor,
pictures.
Indian, native Indian stuff in here. So when he passed away, I made sure that I put those
Oh,
pictures.
man.
Let me see. Look, so
I
that
love
one
them.
and that one. See it.
My
that's
dad,
really pretty.
my dad used to have
So
pictures of the Indians all going up my mother's stairs, but there was nothing as beautiful as that. That's
I thought I
amazing.
see something move past Sister Drew's shoulder.
By the shell, sister. It's maybe Clara. She'll be around because Sister Sherry's here. That's my little fairy energy.
Hello, my little sweetheart.
Yeah,
You've
that'll
been
be her
coming to the
way.
play garden, haven't you?
She loves Sherry. Anytime Sherry's around, Clara's usually around.
Hello, my little sweet pie.
oh, I gotta
Yep.
fix this
Primrose
now.
and Liara send their love to you as well, Angel.
Yep, you feel her around you, and then you'll be sitting and you'll feel like as if something's just escaped out the
Oh,
room. I think,
give me a minute. I'm trying to fix this
Clara,
camera
I'll be
right.
Sherry.
Yeah, no, you
I
do. I always feel when Cleara's here, and I always know when they go to Drew. Like my ones go to Drew. It's nuts. They do. They meet up. Like
You just feel
I
them
was out
take
there the other day. Went outside to just do some garden stuff, and I could see Liara, Clara, and Primrose sitting on the top of my shelter, just sitting there swinging their legs. And I was like, yeah, typical girls, just sitting there having a chin wag. And I'm just like,
taking pulling the breeze together. Yeah, you just feel a little kind of swoosh around you, and you're like, "What was that?" And then you're like, "That's the fairy energies. She's away to Sherry's."
I'm making it worse.
You know, you're escape. You're disappearing on us.
it's true. You have a
I'm
little
trying to fix
one.
my camera. I moved it, and then now
One
I'm
that
like,
You're saying that there's a little one. There's a
yeah.
little one around you who keeps poking his
ouch!
head.
Yep,
It makes
probably. Probably. I'll try and screenshot them once I go off and just finally get a picture of them. But you feel them around you all the time, guys. You just have to be open to their energy. The way I try and be, I try and live my life in a kind of a state of being always kind of calm. I try and keep myself as calm as possible whenever I'm just sitting my normal day. If you can kind of keep yourself to a calm place, you know who you are, you know kind of what works for yourself and what doesn't. Meditate a lot. Be open to them as well. Let them
Come
know
I
to
you
need to
want
Willow.
look that way.
Yes, exactly.
If you want to be as calm and as bent backwards as you want to
Oh
come
yes.
to Willow's
Oh,
house, you
no.
will be calm. There's music, incense
So
all the
true.
time. You will not feel no stress. Like
It's
literally.
so true, guys.
My
Honestly, she
my
laughs saying it.
camera's bugging the crap out of me.
That's perfect. That was perfect in a
See,
minute. Oh dear.
I have
There,
missed this.
just down a little. There you go. That's
Yep,
it.
I've missed this. Seeing
Yeah.
off mad wacky way, Sister Mystical trying to sort out a camera angle. Then there's me and Sister Drew, and all of us getting our spirits going
It's
everywhere.
usually the mic. It's usually the squeaky mic with her, isn't
Well,
it?
Yeah,
see, since I had to redo my room, this cabinet back here, I'm like, this
Yeah, that
cabinet back here is where I keep all of my odds and ends stuff, which I
Right.
call crap. I don't want my crap on the video, so I have for like no wrong way.
It just looks like oils and things. It doesn't look like crap.
There. There. My
Good
camera
crap,
looks like
guys.
it's
Seriously,
freezing.
good crap.
Oh, what smells like that?
Oh, I have. I've missed this.
I
Yeah,
keep
me
all of
too.
my shipping stuff and just other
Oh,
little
it's in
I
things.
thought she was going to say
That's
something
where I
else
put
then.
it.
No, it's just like,
So, like, it's down, but let's see.
We don't get scared. They are good energies. All right, did you spot more energies, ladies?
Now
yeah,
I said
no,
I
don't
could.
get worried, Lee. Seriously,
Yeah.
all of the energies around us are nice, okay?
Yeah.
They will not hurt you.
And they
He's
don't
put in
jump.
those apps. He's put in those ghost apps on his phone. He's probably in there. Is there a spirit here?
Well, some of them are fake to do
Well,
though.
that probably don't help the situation either, though, if you've got bloody ghost apps on your phone,
Yeah.
like every time it pings off.
The thing
Why?
is, the Mystical's got the place all protected.
Yeah, it's still on.
So there won't be anything really come through because the place is protected and all enclosed.
Yeah,
Oh
So
yeah,
anything you talk to
Oh,
will
it's
probably
safe.
be your own guides.
oh, it's safe.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've got my circle thing around my area, so nothing gets through here that's not good anymore. So,
Hey, maybe if I do this. No,
I
that
think it's
that shows the
perfect the way it is.
closet.
It's
That's
okay
it.
the way it is. All we can
Bugging
see is
me.
your
oh,
triangles.
sis, I was going to ask you, did you get your book today? Did your book turn
No,
up?
I didn't get it today for some reason. It's still saying
Oh,
for delivery. But I know why
Did you
that
find
is
your book,
because
sis?
yeah, it's because the local delivery driver, we have the post office who'll deliver parcels, and then we'll have like Herms, and then we'll have the other delivery place. So usually it's people's houses that's got the parcels in it. So it'll probably be delivered in the morning because it's
Right,
Herms,
okay.
not
And
post
did
office.
you find your book, Sister Mystical? Because you said you
yes,
thought you had it. Yes, you
yes.
found it.
I found it in the box.
Good.
It was
Good.
like in the third box because there was a whole bunch of books in it. So I got it and I put it underneath the TV so I wouldn't know where it was at. But I got to bring it and put it in here.
I'm not going to show it now because I'm going to wait for sis
Oh,
for
show
hers
it.
to
It's
turn
fine.
up.
Just show it. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we're
will
just
get on together
chit-chatting.
anyway and talk about it, guys. I'm not going to
Right.
give any views, but
Yeah, no, it's fine. So just show it.
This
It's
is
just
my one.
it's a book so we can all study together, guys.
Yeah. Now, is yours hardback or soft? Mine's softback. Mine's soft.
Yeah, mine's is soft as well, I think. Yeah. It's quite big. It's
Yeah,
bigger than a book.
That's the one that I have. It doesn't seem like it's that thick though that I can remember.
Yeah, it probably
Yummy, go
will.
get it. Yummy, go
Yeah,
get
go
it.
get it.
yeah.
Go get it. Because I think it should be.
Don't look at my junk when I get up.
It's not
Don't
junk.
look at the junk in the
Again.
trunk. I just thought I'd say that. Don't look at the junk in the trunk.
Yours is coming by Yodel, Kerry. Mine's is Hems, I think. It's one of those.
Look at all that junk in my
Might be
trunk.
Yodel.
It's Mystical's trunk. Look, there's it over there.
We can see Mystical's junk in the trunk.
Like, yeah, like this. It is really interesting, guys. I'm not going to say much about it because I want to wait till Sis gets hers as well. But it is really good. Like all the
it's
bits you get
okay.
in there, and
Don't
it's
definitely talk about it.
amazing.
It's fine.
Where am I?
You're here.
No, I'm not on the thing.
Yes, you are.
You are.
I'm
can
not
see
on my
it.
end. It's still. Oh, because the email popped
All
up.
right.
Hold up.
No, it's okay.
I have
Talk
to-
about
I was
it.
going to say, what the hell? You're sitting on the screen here. How you not? I was getting a
I went
glitch
in
there.
there and Lee said, "How come you're in here? How can you be in here when you're on there?" And I said, "There's a delay. I'm back, but I don't see me on here. So something."
Yeah, there's about a minute delay, I think.
Let me bring you out and put you back in. Hang on.
But it's fine to talk about the book.
Oh,
so
there I am.
I don't
There you
mind.
go. There she's
There
back
I
now.
am.
Woo!
I'm back. See, look, I found it.
Good.
It's a bit dusty. I found it.
Yeah, we've all got the same book.
Yeah,
so we
now
can just...
mine's a bit bigger for some reason. It's like
Yeah, it
bigger, but
seems
not
like
as
it,
thick.
right? Look.
No, I
How
think
many
they're about
how
the
many
same.
pages? How many pages you have? 30
There's maybe different editions.
304.
304.
304. It's the same
304.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the same, but
Okay.
it's just
Cool.
made bigger then.
Well, maybe because I'm short, yours is bigger.
I think they're the same size. I really do. I think they're the same size. It's just maybe because of it's deceiving.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Phoenix, behave! Oh, look at the
Oh, look
sexy
at the
booty
sexy
on Swiss
booty on
Smash Out.
this
No,
receipt.
behave!
Maybe she
You're
turned
gonna
into a
start making me
vampire
bust out
Tim
that
soon.
song, isn't you? If you
Oh,
carry on.
hey, Eli.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right, they're belly.
How you lie, brother?
Don't ask,
You're
guys.
in a silly moment.
Yeah, but it's because we're happy. We're happy because we're all back together. The three sisters are back together. But yeah, we're going to do some research. We
Yeah,
are
I
going to
gotta
be
sit
doing
like
some
this.
talks and some classes with these books. It's a really
Yeah.
good book. Really, really good book. Got lots of informative stuff in there, and it tells you how to make your tinctures and all of the other things. So I'm feeling pretty at home with this book. But she's got some other ones out, and I'm going to get the other ones as well. I need the other ones.
Yeah, you were saying that. I'll need to have a look, sis.
Well, see, I think I have like other remedies or something over
Hey,
there.
Eli, brother.
Can't remember. I'll have to
Yeah.
go get them.
Well, I put
Let me
in
go
like
look.
the
Let me
Lost
go
Book
look.
of Herbs, and it come up with like 3 or 4 different ones. Like there was a medical one, a medicine one. There
It
was like
says
all
mine's
types.
has been picked up. Mine's has been picked up and it's out for delivery. So it's probably sitting in that person that delivers parcels.
So it should be here tomorrow then.
Yeah, it'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Or on Monday.
Long time no see. I know. How are you, Kerry sis? Lots of love.
Welcome in, everybody. It's nice to see you
But
all
it
here.
is a very beautiful book, guys, and it's got
It's
a lot
some
of.
size. I didn't realise it was as big. I love big books.
And when like it tells you all the uses of it, like what it's good for, and if it's edible, if you can eat it. It tells you everything, like how much you should take. It
Good.
tells you so many details in it. So if you
Oh,
are
it's
somebody
gonna be
that's
good.
new to herbs and you're thinking of going into herbs, maybe this book would be a really good one for
We
you to
will,
get
Eli,
into
brother.
subscribe how to do things.
Yep. See,
It's
I
going to
have
be
this
more
one.
valuable. Oh, what's that one? Oh, see, that's the one that I keep seeing you with on your playlist, and I want to get it. Who's that one again?
That one. And then
Yeah.
I have that
The
one.
oils and incense one. Who wrote that book, sis? That one, the oils and incense.
And then I have this one is the crystals and minerals and stuff. I have a few more over there, but I just kind of grabbed this. This is the botanicals.
That looks really cool. That one.
Blackthorns. Right.
Yeah, by Amy Blackthorn. And then I have this one.
Yeah, they look really cool. See, like, I've never really been into books. I've always just learned naturally. I'm only just starting to get into books, and now I'm like, I want that one, and I want that one, and I want that one. It's like, oh my god.
No, I mean, it's okay knowing everything that we know, but to know what we're doing with herbs and oils and things, you really need to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
And that's what I am aiming on. It's just like all of the herb and oil books, and crystally books, and all of like just educational stuff is what I'm looking for. Like when I first started out, I only had 2 books: my pagan book and a Wiccan book.
You know, you're going to have a big shelf full of cuz.
See, any of my books, whenever I look through them, I share whatever it is in here, like on one of my playlists, and I'll share it. But see, Lise bought me these books, and they sat over there for years before I even looked through them.
Your own recipes.
Yeah.
Because so much of the stuff I've learned, like.
Well, good.
If I wanted to learn how to do something, for a certain illness or something, I would ask my ancestors to show me how to do it. I would sleep on it. I would keep a pad next to my bed. And then when they would show me as I was sleeping, I'd sit up and I'd be writing. And sometimes the words whatever they were telling me, like a certain flower root or whatever, I wouldn't even know what it was, and I
Stop.
would be writing it down.
And they go.
And Lee used to sit. He'd be like, "What are you doing?" And then he would see that I was writing, and he's like, "Oh, okay," because then he would know that my ancestors are telling me stuff,
Yeah,
and
when you
I'm
something.
writing it. Then the next morning, I'm looking at it. I'm like, "What the hell is that?" And then I'd have to look it up and see what it is, and then I would write next to it what it is, because a lot of stuff they would use different names than what we use
Yeah,
here.
that's true. Maybe
Yeah,
the
and
old
so
names and
that's a
things.
lot how I learned. So when he bought me these books, they sat over there forever,
Oh,
and then
did
I
you
thought
lie?
I'll just look through them, and then I'll share, whatever I'm reading. I'll just, share it and do a video on it.
Yeah.
That's
Sherry
awesome,
scrolls
Eli.
up with the prettiest smile.
Well
Hey?
done,
Cute.
my brother.
Yeah, like it is interesting and stuff like that. Like yeah, like, I am starting to get into the books, but like Sister Mystical, I learned naturally. I just learned through like being connected
Yeah.
to nature and the creatures and
Mhm.
the the different
That's
energies I
why I
used to
love
see
all
at
of
work
us.
with.
We're all so different. Yeah. I started with watching YouTubers and then I just copied
And
what
now
they
I'm going
did.
to the what should
And
have
then,
started at the beginning,
yep. And
but
then
it
I
didn't.
started to get books and things that they were reading. But I think because they were sharing things like, oh, I followed Lady Grave Dancer and obviously now Mystical as well, because they show you how to do things. So I didn't really need to have books. But then once you start to get the gist of how to do the candle magic, the jars, and something else you want to do, you want more and more and more. So you have to start buying books.
Yeah,
Cause you're
no,
like a
definitely have
sponge.
to.
Yeah, you're like a sponge.
Yeah, just want to. I'll.
Just
I
soak
am
everything
always at
up.
my
Just
best.
soak
This is
everything
the
up.
God's honest truth, guys. I am always at my happiest when I'm sitting in a lesson. See, whenever somebody's teaching us something like Uncle Danny or Sister Colleen, or even just oil or something that Mystical shared, or a prayer or something Sherry shared. I am always at my element when I'm learning something magical. I feel that's when I'm at my happiest. I love it because I know that I'm doing things for my future, and that I feel as if when you're learning this type of stuff, it helps you sort out a lot of your thoughts in your head because you start to
Thank you.
understand why you've thought certain ways and things. So it's really as good for your mental health, I feel, learning this type of stuff.
And I think you know when you're in the right faith and stuff like that and the right path, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's not, it doesn't feel like work, even though you're really busy and you're
Oh,
non-stop. It
thank
doesn't
you,
feel like work.
Eli.
It just feels like a love. It feels right. Everything just seems to feel right. You know what I mean?
You're
We
welcome,
all have
brother.
our bad days and our down days.
Yeah.
That's never going to end.
Mhm.
But I can honestly say that I get up every day enjoying being a witch and being who I am.
Oh,
I do.
yeah.
I don't think I'd be happy any other way. So
Right now, because of all the things, like as you know, guys, I lost my little nephew. He was only 9 years old in a tragic accident. So coming to terms with all that in the last, 6 weeks has been a lot. But I've never doubted my practice through that. It's just been hard to get my mind back to practicing and back to doing live streams and communicating with the spirits and things again. It's not that I've gave up my faith or anything, I've not. It's just hard right now to get back to it, to doing tarot readings and things because I'm still suffering mentally with it. I'm still trying to come to terms with it in my head.
but
So
you're
we're
only human.
actually getting there. Yeah.
You're only human. I think a lot of people, when you're spiritual, and that people expect that you don't hurt and you don't feel the same way. But if anything, I believe that when you're spiritual and you're open, you feel so much more, and it hurts so
Yeah,
much more because of what you can feel.
yeah,
So
I do that.
we are only human, guys. We might do magic, we might be able to do really cool things, but we are still people, and we
Yeah.
still have feelings and emotions as well. And we sometimes need that sit back
And
and
you know more
people to
than
care and
anything
love
about it.
us and tell
Yeah,
us they care. You
I
know,
know that on the other side as well. It's just everything's a process. Everything's a learning curve. So it's really just trying to let that process
everything
happen.
needs everybody. Is
Yeah.
how I look at it. Like we need
Definitely.
each other, and we need the spirits, and the spirits need us, and the world needs us, and we
If it
need the
wasn't
world.
for
Like
my faith,
it's
though,
like that everywhere.
I feel
Hey,
as
So,
if
Fairy
if it
Light.
wasn't for my faith in my clan chat and all the witchy sisters and things, if it wasn't for that, I would have been in a lot worse of a mental decline through it all than I have been the last 6 weeks. It's not that I'm in a place of badness, if you like. It's just that I'm in a place of trying to understand it all, is how I
yeah,
like to say it, and realizing that it's just one of those things in life that we have to get over, and learning other people about it as well will come through time because it is a process, guys. As Sister Sherry was saying last year when you lost your nana and you lost your papa and things, that was a process for you last year, wasn't it? Trying to come to
yeah.
terms with all that
It
grievance.
is, and to be honest, it still is today. It still is. I still find it really hard to be without them, and I wish that I could just pick the phone up. I've been into some really horrible situations recently where I could really have done with my nana or my granddad because of what's going on
Yeah,
with my mum. But you have to be strong, and that's where they say that they never leave you because you somehow out of nowhere just feel that strength in you, and you know that it's your loved ones giving you that strength to carry on.
yeah,
You know what I
yep,
mean? Like they're there,
Mhm.
even if it's not the way you want them to be there. They're there.
yeah,
They're there. You know what I
definitely.
mean? They know.
Sherry and Drew, y'all are froze up on my screen. Are y'all froze up in the
No.
chat? Somebody
No,
answer in
no,
the
you're
chat.
fine,
Are we
sis.
moving?
You're fine.
Both of you are froze up on mine. I'm moving, but you two are froze up.
I don't understand. Yeah,
Smile, and
you
Drew
guys
froze
seen
up
us
with her
okay,
eyes closed.
right?
Can you see
Well,
us now?
You're still froze up.
that's weird. Can you
No,
guys see us okay in the
I
chat?
hear.
No, guys. Can you see us? Can you hear us? It's showing that there's 6 people on there, and
Cause
there's
I
101. Well,
I can hear y'all, but y'all were froze up on my
That's
end.
weird.
I don't.
Maybe come out and back in.
Is anybody
um,
froze up in the chat when
nobody's
we
wrote
froze up?
either, have they? There's nobody
No,
else has
no.
wrote in the room. Oh, look, yes, I felt that when my gran passed and when my mum
Yeah,
passed. Yeah,
Kim.
fine. They're saying we're fine.
Well, are you getting bad weather over there, Rochelle?
Well, we did get some rain, but it should be over with. We hadn't gotten rain in forever.
We've got rain here, but it's
Yeah,
not heavy.
I don't
But
understand that.
y'all are both froze. Y'all are both froze. Rose looks like she's sleeping because she's froze up with her eyes closed, and she's
I'm
had her
sleeping,
eyes
guys.
closed now for 10
Let me
minutes.
bring myself out and put myself back in. Let me bring myself out and put myself back.
Okay. Okay.
Am I still sleeping?
Yes, you're still
Oh my
sleeping.
goodness, I'm still asleep, guys. Wake me up.
Right, bring Drew out
Okay.
and put Drew back
Okay.
in. Tell me if you can
Oh,
see Drew.
okay. Because I can see you now. You're moving.
Can you see Sister Drew
Yeah.
now?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah? Right.
Now.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we
Now.
go.
That
Now.
any of us, I don't think. I think StreamYards is having a bit of a meltdown or
Yeah.
Oh, it's
something.
always
Because
is.
now Drew's awake.
Yeah.
I woke up. I've told you I was awake, guys. I've never woken.
You're okay on my end, but every often it keeps buffering. Yeah, it's probably the StreamYards guys and
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
you.
StreamYards. Plus,
Yeah.
remember, in the UK, we are getting really bad
Yeah,
rain and
we've got rain. I've got rain here at the minute. It's
That's
raining
probably
now.
what it is.
So
Yeah, because it
yeah.
was weird because I was moving now. You two were froze up, but you know how you see yourself backstage, like on the deal
Yeah.
backstage. It's still the one where I wasn't in it. I was saying, where am I? I don't see myself. That is
Right.
still the same way.
Wow.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Hold up. Let me get a picture and you'll see what I'm
What was
talking
wrong?
about. Hold up.
I'm trying not to tie my hair back,
Photo.
guys,
Wait,
because I'm losing
wait.
it. So sorry if it's a mess. It's annoying me.
Oh,
Did you sell my hair? I brushed my hair this afternoon. You would not believe how much hair come out. Look,
Wow, sis, please don't let you start losing your. Oh wow.
and I get that all the time because of like I've got afro hair because it's so
Your
thick.
hair's beautiful though.
It comes
okay.
like it doesn't go. I don't go bald. It
Yeah.
just, that's all the time. ever since I was young.
Close.
Let me see. Hold on. See the little
And yes, I
picture
have
on the
kept it.
bottom?
Oh yeah, your hair's valuable. Keep it.
See me on right there. I'm not there.
Right. Wow,
That's
I'm not
weird. I can't
there.
even see Drew on it. Where's Drew on there
Yeah.
then?
nuts.
See, I'm not there.
But you are here because we can see you.
Yeah, you're here
See,
now.
look.
Sis
Look,
Mystical's invisible on her phone.
The spirits are playing around with.
Right there, look.
That's weird.
You can see the cabinet that has all my mess
you
in
can see
it.
the
You can see
cabinet.
the
You're
door.
That's weird.
I'm trying to get it.
They're invisible.
So we can see. So you can see your cupboard, but we can't see you.
Can't be saying it's all the
Look.
energy.
Sure you haven't got a
it.
screen on. Have you got like the green screen on, sis, or something? Maybe that's why you can't see yourself.
No, I don't
it's
have no
okay.
green screen. I don't even know how to do a green screen.
Oh God, no.
I'm not
Well,
there.
she's saying she can see her cabinet, but she can't see herself. And I only thought, well,
Weird,
green
isn't
screen.
it?
Something
that's
flew past
the
me then.
little.
Did you see that?
That's the little picture for backstage that shows on the bottom.
Right.
That's random because we can see you perfectly fine.
weird.
It's on the screen.
And and I can see you up on top, but I'm not in the bottom one.
That's nuts.
Like,
That is nuts.
like she can't see herself at all on there, guys. But if we look here, look, right, this is us, yeah. You can see that sis
Is in the bottom.
is in the bottom.
Mr. Lee, you'll be able to see her.
She's in the bottom, right there.
Yeah.
And then you can see
Yeah.
you.
But see, I can see.
Something a vampire comes saying.
Yeah, where all three of us is on top. I'm there,
Yeah.
but the picture on
Yeah,
the
it's probably
bottom for
vampire thing.
backstage, I'm not there. That's weird.
nuts. She is.
There's a
The
vampire
Phantom of the Opera is there.
Yes.
So
You can
if I
hear the
make
voice, but
funny
you can't
faces,
see her.
if I make funny faces, nobody would have seen it backstage.
No,
Because
that's
I'm not
true.
in backstage. I'm not
You
there.
get the Phantom of the Opera vibes, don't you, when Mystical's saying that? You hear the voice from the below, but you don't see it.
Yeah,
You know?
but see, like right here on top, you can't, like if I move like this, you can't see that cabinet in the back except the edge. But down there, you see the whole entire cabinet because I'm not sitting in front of it.
Yeah, that's because you made a big fuss about it. They're making the cabinet exposed.
Yes, so they like.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know,
So
you know.
remember, I told everybody, if you see anything, don't say nothing. My husband's watching on the TV.
Yeah.
All right, crazy guys. We do not have a sad moment when we're on our shows. Like literally, there's always something weird going on and conversation.
So I wasn't down there. I was up here. Drew was froze asleep, and Sherry was froze with the prettiest smile on her face you ever seen.
I'm just so glad I wasn't wearing my fairy outfit or something.
You know you see Sherry, okay.
So I was wondering if I started making faces and sticking my tongue out, would anybody actually see it?
But you just imagine it. They wouldn't know if you was watching them or not, would they? You know what I mean?
No,
like even that's another song. I've got that feeling somebody watching me. And there's Mystical watching us all, but you can't see her because she's invisible.
She's got an invisibility cloak on.
Yeah, Harry Potter. So you've been to Hogwarts and you've nicked the invisible coat from Hogwarts.
Sherry, take me out and bring me back, and let's see if I end.
Hey, Sister Mystical's been to Hogwarts and nicked Harry Potter's invisible jacket.
Let's see if she'll give us the recipe for it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I am still not there. It is the day.
What the hell is going on?
Nuts.
Look. Now look, I'm gonna take one of the whole thing. Okay, hold on. Photo.
Because the little box usually reflects what's going on the screen. So it's nuts for it to be not there, guys.
She is there because we can see her, but for some reason she's been cloaked out.
See, you can see me up here, right? You can see Sherry, Drew, and me. And then look at the bottom. I'm not there.
Oh, so it is. It's away.
Let me see.
That's
Let me get
nuts.
it to adjust. Hold on. Let me get it to adjust.
Maybe
You
you
did
need to
see it
press.
when you-
There's a little blue box bit at the bottom, yeah, with an arrow. You meant to click that. I think you've probably moved your video over. Is there a little bit with the arrow?
Oh, yeah,
In the
you've moved.
bottom.
No, I don't think
Click
that happens
the.
on
If
the
you click the
phone,
blue
no.
bit on the thing, it
No.
should bring you.
I don't
No,
think that
there's
happens
no
on the
arrow.
phone.
The
That's
whole
just the
picture
laptop.
is the whole entire picture is there. It's
Yeah,
just
because you wouldn't
I'm
see the
not
top
in the
part.
picture. Right there,
Yeah,
look.
see?
I'm
No,
not
that's
in the
what. Are you
picture.
sure you went press green screen by accident? Gone
No,
into
it's
the
not
thing?
on
Because
green
that's
screen
what
or
you
you
can't
wouldn't
see.
see her.
I'm on. How would I hit green screen on the
Yeah.
computer?
Plus, if she was on green screen, we wouldn't see her background. She would just be hazy.
Yeah, I would be
That's
there and not
weird.
the
No,
background.
not
But in the
that.
picture, the whole background you seeing up here is
You
here,
should
but it's
not
not
have
down there.
mocked your cupboard saying it's got crap in it because they have made sure you
Exactly.
don't show it now.
That is not crap. It's just odds and ends.
I know.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
look,
You can't
Look,
explain
I'm
anything else
making it.
for it, though.
I'm
She's
making it
offended our
bigger.
guardians.
Look, I'm making it bigger so you can see right there. You can see the.
Oh, yeah, you can
let me
see
get
the
it.
unit, the outline of the unit, but
No,
she's not there.
Yeah.
They've like
No,
equalled her
let me.
out.
They're
They're like,
saying
Let me
this
get it
is
to
not
where.
junk. This is
I wanna,
odds and
right?
ends.
Okay, there. You can see it. Look. Look. You see
Oh,
the
that's
door?
random.
in and out as if it's trying to come through. You
Are
sure
you
you're
sure
not
you went
using
and
a
hit something
deliberate
by
mistake?
accident? I can see. She said, look,
Yeah,
there's something
it's trying
there.
to come. It's trying to come.
No,
That's
it's
not.
just not. Yeah, it's just not there. I'm not there. I'm invisible. Anybody need any money? I better
We
go
need
get
the
some.
secret. Yeah, go to the bank. Go to the bank.
Yeah, like Drew said.
We can't officially say we've got a ghost on our stream because she's there talking, but you can't see her in the chat.
Exactly. See, we don't fake anything, guys. We just don't. These things just happen.
That's just
We have no
like
control.
crazy.
That's
Yeah,
not.
It's her
look,
spirits. I can guarantee
look,
it's her spirits.
Look, 'cause
Right?
you can
Yeah,
see
all
the
right then.
door, right? You see the door and everything. But in
Yeah.
that little picture, you see the door and you see that back there. But I'm not
You're
in it.
not there. You can see it. Yeah,
She's a
Okay,
vampire.
ow, look, ow, ow,
See,
I'm
Kim
here.
says, I
Ow,
told you.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
We know you're there. We can see you. You. We can't see you.
Oh, it's crazy.
Spirits, what are you doing?
It's crazy.
Kim says, I told you.
Yeah, Kim,
Yeah,
I
but
said I
that's what
thought
they say,
maybe.
don't they? That you can't
Kim
see a
says,
vampire's reflection.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
Kim
Yeah.
says, I said I thought maybe she turned into a vampire. LOL. Oh my goodness. And
Okay,
she
so
even took me out and brought me back, and I'm still not in that.
See, that's the
picture.
weird part. Yeah. Because
Now
that
try it one more
reflects
time.
what's going on in your box.
Let me try it one more time. Tell me if
Okay.
it comes back.
That's
Right,
nuts.
give her a couple of seconds down there.
The thing is, though, it's trying to come through. You can see where she's supposed to be.
No,
Nope. It's
No,
the same.
still the same. See, I can't see it unless you put it up on the screen.
I'm not sitting in that picture. I'm not sitting in front of the cabinet. I'm just not there at all.
Yep. It's just not there. It's as if you're
my
trying to.
face. I'm just like,
It's nuts.
But like Drew says, a green screen would change
Oh,
your
yes,
background
I
and you would
told
be
you
there.
there
It
was
wouldn't be
an
the opposite.
energy jumping around the three of you sisters.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Probably the Fae.
Yeah, it'll be the fairies because they do want to be more involved. They do, and they trust all you guys, or they wouldn't even let us talk about you. To be honest,
That's
talk
crazy.
about them.
Laura's
Sorry.
just sitting there laughing, saying that
We know it's them. Yes.
Mystical's invisible. I said, I'll have words with you after. Stop picking on Mystical.
When I go out, Lee's gonna be like, "What the hell were you talking about?"
You're going to have to sit and explain to him.
Your wife
I know.
is
That's why
invisible.
I-
She's
That's
You
why I
come
see a
invisible.
into the room,
picture.
Mr. Lee, and come and look at her phone, she's on the screen, but she's not on the phone.
dear.
Okay, so she's invisible.
Not
Right?
there.
She's nicked Harry Potter's invisible cloak.
You'll be laughing as
She's been
well.
to Hogwarts.
That's why I have a
Yeah.
picture of. That's why I took the picture of all of us. I
Yeah.
don't know if you can see
You've
it
got
or
to.
not. Look.
It's nuts.
Yeah, no,
that
she's not. It's
just
random. How
there.
can you not be
Yeah.
on it?
Disappeared.
Yeah.
You can see her on the big screen, but
But-
look below.
Yeah. But
That's crazy.
What the hell?
That's nuts. Not there, she's gone.
I wonder if we snap pictures of me sitting in the phone as well, or if we've disappeared with her.
Wow. That's crazy, isn't it?
I've
We
never
know
seen
we're
that
right.
before.
We really
I
didn't
keep
need
getting
that.
random photo shoots. Right, I'll sit my phone when I start to do my streams. I'll sit my phone and somebody starts doing photo shoots with me, starts snapping pictures of me when I'm
Yeah, you
the
never
other
know.
day, somebody
That's
distracted me
right.
walking around in my bra and knickers. Snapped me in my bra and knickers as I was walking
On
around
the
my
phone
bedroom.
making the fairy stuff that time and they took a picture of you, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that
it's
was on the
nuts.
live. We were sitting
Yeah.
there and I was doing something with the Faye thing and it snapped. Well, it's done it a
snapped
few
the
more times.
picture.
It caught me standing over this side of the bedroom in my bra and knickers.
Oh, you can laugh, but
Like, what the
imagine
hell?
randomly posted them.
So Sherry says it was paused from when you went out to get the book. Yeah, but Sherry's taken me out and brought me back twice.
Yeah, so it would restart.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be paused anymore.
Plus,
And-
what goes
Yeah.
on our little box goes
Hello,
in the
Rex.
bottom screen.
Hello,
You
Curtis.
Hi, Curtis,
Phoenix.
brother.
Hi,
Yeah, no,
Curtis.
like when you're on the screen, if you remove somebody and then put them back, they automatically become unmuted because
Yeah.
they've been moved and back in. So she
Right.
wouldn't be muted unless you know
Plus,
what I
you
mean.
can't mute them on your box without being
And
shown.
if
It
you
doesn't
don't
work
turn
like
the
that.
camera off, if you turn the camera off, it wouldn't show her invisible. It would just show the whole screen off and just the picture. You know what I mean? So there's clearly
Right.
Going on.
Yeah,
something
it
that
wouldn't
she's
take
close
bits and pieces.
somehow.
Yeah, and so Phoenix says, I told you there was an energy jumping around the three of you.
Yeah, it's the
Phoenix
Fae.
is,
I bet it's the
Phoenix
fairies.
is laughing. She says, I hear a very far away voice saying it was us doing it.
Yeah, it's the fairies.
And then
They like
Phoenix
to
says,
play
I got
around.
my noise canceling headsets on. And Kim's like, ha 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 ha.
The door is open in one, and then the other photo. That's why I asked, or something. She's saying. That's what Kerry's
The
saying.
door is open. All right, yeah.
Yeah, but when she
That's
took
when
me
they must have
completely
froze it.
out, yeah, when she took me completely out and then came back. See, when the door was open, that's when I went that way. But the
Yeah.
second time I came, I didn't go out the door. I'm in the prayer room and I just went around the computer, so the door was closed at that time.
Yeah.
But when she took me out and brought me back, and then took me out and brought me back, that should just be me in there normal now, like
Yeah.
you know, like if
She's
I'm
not
on
there.
this-
Because it
on the
reflects
screen.
what's going on in your
Yeah,
box.
because yeah,
She is there,
so
but
the
she's
door's
not there.
open,
She's
and the
invisible.
other photo is why I asked. Yeah, the door was open when I went out the first time
Oh, that's true,
to
Phoenix.
to get
So
the
true.
the
Oh,
green
I
book.
100% agree.
Yeah,
There is
So-
never ever a dull moment when our sisters are together. Never. I think this is the most bizarre thing, though, that I've had on our shows together. Though I think
Clara's laughing.
that's the most bizarre because you can't see Sis in that vid in the
That's
picture.
nuts. I've never
Yeah.
heard that before in my life.
yeah.
And it's not
I
as
didn't
if
think
you
so-
you
can
were
put your
speaking about the fairies.
Okay, take me out one more time. Completely take
Right.
me off again.
She would have to totally leave and come back in, probably the full stream.
Okay, so I'm back up here. See, but the bottom is just the same. I'm not.
You
there.
might have to. The sis Drew said you might have to go right in and come back out.
click the link
Come back
again.
in again. But
Click the link.
is there any point?
Yeah, I
Because
would.
we can
No,
see
there's
her
no-
anyway. Because
yeah,
we're going to be
yeah.
swapping soon anyway.
Yeah.
I can see you, and they can see you. So it's
Okay.
She's invisible on her phone, okay, guys? That means that the
Yes.
Fae are in Mystical's phone,
They just
stopping her
like to
from
do
being
these
seen.
little things. That's
Yeah.
their energy. It
Yeah,
gives
because
them
when
a
I come
buzz.
back, that should have been like all normal. You doing all right, Curtis?
Yeah,
Nice
how
to
are
see
you?
you, Curtis.
Yeah. I saw where his daughter had some new devices the other day. I saw that
Well, I'll need to
video.
look. They sent me the link, but I've not had a chance to go on yet. I've hardly been on YouTube, brother.
Oh, that's
Just
very
been
cute
busy.
of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Phoenix, these ladies make my day. Oh, that's very sweet.
Oh, you make our day as well, you know.
Yeah,
So you do.
we love all our fam and stuff. And, it's been
Love
really
and all
nice to
kind.
just get on with both sisters and just chill with all of
Yeah,
you guys. It's been really nice.
yeah, sure is.
Mhm.
That's great to
Been
be
a little,
back.
a bit
Sit
of a
down.
release and a laugh. I am thinking about going and probably doing another like musical stream this week. I don't know if I'm actually going to get my drums out and actually do an actual live
See how you feel,
musical
Susan.
show. See how I feel
See how the
and
week
stuff.
goes. Hopefully, we'll get good weather in the UK, guys.
And yeah,
You'll see
Woodlands.
Sister Sherry do more, and you'll see me do more. It's just miserable right now, isn't it, Kerry? Sister
Y'all are
Kerry
It is.
says,
It's
cold and I'm
horrible. It's
burning
actually
up
horrible.
over here.
yeah, you're getting it too hot.
It's 6:30 and it's until 91 degrees.
Wow.
I would
Yeah.
melt. I really would melt. That's
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what I'm
nuts.
saying. All
yeah.
the weather's nuts. Everything's changing.
Yes, it is.
The
Yeah.
dogs and the chickens have to have paddling pools, guys, because it's so hot. Most of you do watch Mystical's channel, I know that. Have you noticed how much water and things she's had to put out for the
Hey,
pups
Melody,
and
sweetheart.
for the chickens because it's just so hot? They need a bath there as well as their normal drinking water. It's
Yep.
Guys,
nuts.
Melody.
And how many covers have you put up for them? How many shelters have you had to do? That's been 3 shelters, I think, you've built for them in the last
Guys,
2
Yeah.
Melody
weeks.
says
Yeah, and he
hello.
was trying
Love
to
you.
eat
We
them.
love you too.
Oh, hey, Melanie. Say hi
Hey,
to her.
Yeah,
Melody.
Melody says to say hello.
Nice
We
to
love you
see
too,
you.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
Nice to see
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's been raining here like for the last couple of days as well, and that, and
Oh,
like I love the
okay.
rain and it's feeding the plants. Don't get me wrong, but it's annoying
Yeah,
me. So I want to get out to my woodland again to get some more footage, and I want to get back up to the graveyard and look
yeah,
at that area where I caught primrose the other
yeah,
day.
Primrose.
I'll
Need to
be
get
want to see
back
if I
up
can get
there.
any more because
It's just a
that'd be
bit of
really cool. And
patience.
the spirits, obviously, we're not going to miss the spirits out as well.
Oh
Obviously,
yeah,
them as well, but.
I do.
Yeah.
See, I'm in a bit of a dilemma, guys, and maybe my 2 sisters can help me with this. I've already spoke to Uncle Danny about it. He's not replied to me yet, but see, I'm in a bit of a dilemma about Birkwood, okay? Because you know, I've always went to Birkwood ghost hunting and things. But I feel because one of my family members has had an accident down there, do I do I still ghost hunt down there? And I don't know. I'm in one of those ways about it. Do I leave
Maybe
it alone now?
I say give it time.
not
When
now.
you
I don't
Yeah.
think now.
If you're thinking that and wondering that, then don't do it. When it comes
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
no.
time that you don't even that's not a concern to you anymore, if the word if comes up,
yeah,
then it'll be okay. Then
yeah.
it will be
True.
fine. But as long as you
Because my
have that
instincts are
feeling of
telling me right
should
now.
I, then it's a no.
Yeah, my
And
instincts
it is
are putting
definitely
that in my
too
head.
soon for you to do it up there. And
Yeah.
like you were saying, like the other day, like certain things probably would need to be up there, done up
Yeah,
there just before to get all the land back to normal. And that I
yeah.
did
Because
say
the
some of the
train
stuff
things
too,
will all hurt. That's for
you
sure.
know.
That is going to feel hurtful.
But
Like,
it wouldn't be good to visit there and do anything like
oh,
that at the minute. You're still very
yeah,
new to you and new to him.
yeah,
Like give it time.
definitely.
You'll know when it's right. And you may never want
Mhm.
to go back there again. It may never feel right to you again, and you'll know why.
Mhm.
You know,
Exactly, yeah.
time will
Mhm.
tell.
And I'm a great believer in that I've already made a connection to the spirits at Birkwood. So I feel if I was in the park, for example, and I wanted to communicate with them, I feel as if they would probably come down to see me anyway, especially when Mr. McCurdy's tomb is in the cemetery down in Lesmahago, the old cemetery that I visit. So I
Of course
feel as
they
if
would
if
come
anything
to
it
see
was
you.
yeah, they would probably come there anyway.
They've
It's
got used to your energy. They've got used to your energy being there. They've probably walked around and followed you to a lot of places. Like anywhere that you go, if you call out to certain energy, they will know where you are. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You ain't got to be in that place to be able to communicate with them. And
because I
sometimes I'll
feel
be
like Mr.
here and
McCarthy
I'll
does
call out to
that.
my energies in the church, and I'm not even in the church. I'm here, but they will
Yeah,
come to you because they know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So
because if you think
don't
about
worry
it
about
as
that.
well, I think it was one of the spirit boxes I done down at the new cemetery, but it was at the old part where Mr. McCarthy's. I don't know if it's his grave that's there or just a memorial. I think it's just a memorial up in the new cemetery. And I do feel as if that one point in time when I was communicating them up there, that I feel as if Mr. Mackenzie was around. And I feel that's because the two of them are like gentlemanly type energies, if you know what I mean, like the old energies. And I feel as if because Mr. Mackenzie's probably quite protective of me, I feel as if he showed up with me communicating with Mr. McCurdy because it would have been the same era that they were alive, I do believe. So I do feel that quite strongly that any time I talk to somebody of a certain age,
Yeah, it
Mr.
can be that, but a lot of it is just you in yourself. Like what people forget is when you go to the investigations, even though you use all the equipment and you communicate and whatever, you leave your energy stamp there. They know that
Yeah,
energy. So it don't matter where you are in the world or where you go, if
yeah, you need
they
your
really know
time.
you need them, they can be there. Or if
Yeah,
they'll know when you're trying to communicate with them, they'll be there. They can go anywhere. You don't have to communicate with the spirit in the place that it's meant to be in.
yeah,
You can communicate with them anywhere.
anywhere they want, yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
been
So
weird. So, Sister Mystical, have you got any plan? I know it's hot right now, but have you got any plans of going out any hunting this year?
Well, we were going to do the cave, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the weather did this flip flop, and we didn't have no in between. It went been from freezing cold to
Yeah, it
friggin'
does.
hot.
Yeah.
Well, now all the snakes are out now. One of the stray cats caught a snake the other day,
Oh,
and
yes.
so and Lee and snakes don't get along.
I don't like them.
So and a couple of my team members are like, I ain't going out if the snakes are out. So
True.
that is going to be on hold now till maybe fall or something when the weather is cooler.
Right. Okay. I don't blame you
So,
because it is too hot.
but yeah, and then when my son comes, well, probably two of my sons will come down with their friends on Christmas. They want to do some paranormal investigations because they've never done them before. So they want
Good.
to go with us. So they want to go to, well, Lee mentioned to them about the tunnel, and I mentioned to them about Sensible Tunnel because we always get a lot of activity there. And
Yep.
then Lee told them maybe we'll go back to Red Ash Cemetery again, see what we can find. Now,
Good.
if since it's going to be the week of Christmas, if my team can't make it, there's going to be enough of them coming down that they are up,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
that they can run the devices and stuff. Because, like James said, Mom, we can run your devices if they can't make it, you know, because with them, we can only do it on Sundays because when they're off.
Yeah. Right.
But James said if they can't, then we don't have to worry about Sunday. We can just
That'll
do
be
it
good
any
then. That'll be
any
good to see you
day
do it with your
and
sons.
get them.
that'd be
Yeah,
good to see that. That'd be really cool.
Family affair.
yeah, because they've never gone on a an investigation before that I'm aware of. So they're excited about it. So for
Eye
sure one is
opening.
coming with his buddy. He's gonna find out if our other son, the youngest one, if he can come
Good.
also. But that's far away. That's still in
Yeah.
December. But right now snake season, they're just not out. The babies and all of that are out too. So we're kind of leery right now. We were watching some investigations on YouTube from this area, the different places and cemeteries and all of that, and almost every one of them run across snakes.
Snakes.
You know, yeah, and Lee's like,
Yeah.
I ain't doing no snakes, and I'm like, you just
I don't
take a
blame them. I don't
stick.
like snakes.
I said,
Don't
take
blame
a
them.
stick and just move the stick in front of you. I said, you gotta remember, snakes are just as scared of you that you are of them. When they want to bite is because they're startled, but if you're making noise, it gives them time to slither away. you know.
True.
And so I told him, and he's like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna
I don't blame him.
do it.
Thank you, Curtis.
It's beautiful, isn't it, Curtis? Yeah,
It
it's
is starting to
beautiful.
bloom, which is
Yeah.
really good. Some
And
strange
I've got my
things
little
going on.
plant here. I've got my little plant. I started small.
It's good though. Oh
There
look,
you
it's so
Yeah.
cute.
go.
Yeah.
Aww.
See?
I've just
That,
been watering it. It's a sun trap at that window, so it sits there. Something nice and
yeah.
blooming to look at.
I have no windows that I can put anything in because all my windows have stuff in front of them. So I have no room to put nothing in front of windows. And outside it's so
Yeah.
freaking hot. Everything's burning up. The whole garden is like looks burning up except for the
I
sunflowers.
honestly,
But
I
And
yeah.
think it's nuts how it can get. How we are so cold here, yet yous are so warm there.
we've been in
It's
triple
just
digits.
real.
It doesn't get hot like that here, and we've been in triple digits.
You
And
said that
like
mystical,
Phoenix
yeah.
said,
Tennessee heat
yeah, that
is me like that.
next coming week they're going to be in the triple digits, and we pretty much got the same from all the way from Canada to
Mm,
here. We've got pretty much the same
same weather.
temperatures. That's going to be that
I'd
hot.
even
You
So
just
I
have
would
to stay in
even
the house
say
under
that
the air conditioning, don't you?
I'd even say that the heat here, when it's been really hot here, it's hotter than it would normally be. Like, to
Oh
be honest, we
yeah.
haven't really had it very much here. Like, I had a couple of days the other day where it was really, really hot to the point. Like, I love the sun and stuff like that, but I had to come in because, like, I felt like
mhm.
because the heat over here, like, when I say this all the time, when I went to Texas and when I come here, the heat is different. Because
Yes,
over
I
there,
heard.
it feels like the heat's dry, where over here it's sticky and it's horrible. Like it's just everything sticks to you.
We're complaining right now because of the rain. Wait till it's hot, we'll be complaining it's
I
too
I
hot.
I melt being here, even though I love the sun. I melt being here, but I loved being
Mhm.
out in Texas. But they all over in Texas are going, "Oh my god, it's too hot to go out," and I was loving it.
Yeah, you
And that's
like
in
it.
Texas, you know what I mean? And that's way hotter than here.
Well,
But
the
it's
Texas
not
I
the
is
like
most
heat; it's the humidity and everything as well, and
yeah.
yeah.
everything that comes with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And here the humidity has been really, really, really bad. But Lee actually saved those literally saved the chickens yesterday because when it come time, see, I normally close it at 8:30. We can't close it
Right.
at 8:30 now; it's too hot. So I started
So
pushing it to
hot.
9 o'clock, then to
Mm,
9:30. Well, by that time it's dark, and that's when predators come out. And
yeah.
I'm like, we can't leave it open. And Lee's like, well, then close them. And I said, if they will die. See, chickens
Mm,
have a core temperature of 107 degrees, Fahrenheit.
right.
Okay. At 85, if they're now keep in mind the coop is open, on the top on all four sides, with the
Yeah.
protection for
The air
predators
gets
not
on.
to go in. But at the temperatures that they are outside, can you imagine what they are inside? And I told
Yeah,
Lee, I
no,
said, no.
it'd be
I said at
twice. Yeah,
80, I said the temperatures inside the coop, if it hits 85, that's detrimental for the chickens. They
Yeah.
will die. Their bodies will shut down because they can't cool themselves off. Okay? Even with water in there, they can't cool themselves off. So we were out there in the dark and put up, a fan. Lee installed a fan to blow in through the top,
Vent, right.
like the vent to blow in. And
Yeah.
so when it started raining today, I unplugged it, but I'll have to, when I go back out, I'll have to plug it back in.
Okay, okay.
But if he hadn't, because I get my, when you check to see the temperature when you're ghost hunting, doing a
Oh, right, the
paranormal
gun.
investigation, I took that out there and I said, it's like 90 degrees. And at 10 o'clock, it was like 88 degrees. And I said, we can't close them up. They're going to die. So when he turned the fan on and I stuck my hand, I could feel the air, enough in
One.
there that the temperature lowered to 82, which was still
One.
not good, but they still had 3 degrees there that they could handle. So this morning, the first thing when I went and let them out, they just all come running out, just happy as could be, that they were
I
let
think they're
out.
bloody hell being oh bless them.
Yeah, but look
Wow.
at the time. It is 20 to 7, and it's still like 90 degrees. So
Nuts,
when
isn't
you're
it?
closed up in something, it's going to be hotter. So So like I said, when I get off, then when I go out there,
Oh,
I'll turn the
baby.
fan back on again, so it'll start
They
circulating
are
before.
cute though. Oh, I love them. I was watching Mystical's video the other day, the one where she was making the chicken cottage, and the way that they come
Oh,
running over and the way they were they're so cute.
yeah.
They are so.
Yeah.
And you just
Yeah.
see them like walk
Oh,
past
Scott,
mysteriously, like just walk past looking, and it's like they look towards the phone, then they look back, and then they come
no.
a bit. It's just like, oh my god, they're
And then
adorable.
Amethyst is so
Yeah.
private, eating her apples over the other side. Doesn't want to eat with her sisters.
Yeah, there's something. They're just getting to where there's like two of them that'll just start coming up to me. But if I reach out, they'll
I
back up.
noticed that.
You
Yeah, I
know.
felt
Yeah, so
you
they're
you
just
doing it.
not. Yeah, one day I'll walk out there and they'll all come running to me. You know, like where's
You
my
will get peace
food?
from them.
You know, if I throw them food or a snack, they run away. They think that I'm throwing something at them instead of for
Oh,
them.
bless them. Yeah, I
They're
have.
so cute,
They are
guys.
cute though. They are
Yeah,
really, really cute.
I
Yeah,
didn't
the
think I
one
would
that when
enjoy
we first
watching
brought them
chickens, but
home,
I
if you
do.
look at the first video when we first brought them
I
home, you know,
know.
I
it
watched the
was it
first
was
one. They were all
pouring
huddled in the
down.
corner, but they were all like
Yeah,
huddled in the corner. Like, I was like, oh my
yeah,
god,
and,
look.
yeah, and
Maybe
they
what
were
we're
They
trying.
look hot
wet.
though.
They were wet and they were scraggly and they were molting. For people that don't know what
Yeah.
molting is when they lose their feathers and then they get new feathers, so they just look like, like pitiful
Little
birds.
ragdoll.
Yeah, and
They were all
now,
they were all huddled in the corner, like
yeah,
stuck. When you open the door bit, they all you see them all run towards the corner, and they're all huddled in the corner. I was like, oh look, but they've got really big,
I love
really
the way
quickly, haven't they? They
yeah,
have got
Yeah.
really big, really quickly. They're beautiful colours as well. Beautiful
yeah.
Oh, I
colours.
can't believe is it Onyx the one, or is it Onyx the one that's got the tinted blue through her
Yes,
feathers?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Blue
that's the
and
one. Oh,
purple
she's
it's
is.
so
stunning.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
nice the way the
She'll
blue
she'll
shine.
she'll end up getting more of that sheen
Right,
What's the
to
that's
one?
her.
nice.
The white one with the brown or the black specks on it?
Uh, the
The white one with
the
the
brown one. Oh, the one with
jasper.
that one I named that one Speckles. No,
Speckles.
Speckles. No,
She's cute. She's got an attitude. She
no.
comes
I
like
didn't name it
past the.
Speckles. Phoenix.
I
What did
can't
I
think
name
of it
that
called.
chicken? That's the one that Phoenix
Wait,
likes.
wait a minute, right,
Yeah,
there's
she's really cute, and she comes like she's one of
the
the first
jasper.
always to come and do whatever, like, and the others follow her.
There's
Yeah,
She's
two
really cute.
black
She's
ones.
beautiful.
There's
yeah. Cause
amethyst.
There's a
yeah,
white one. It looks like she's white
Selenite.
with like
yeah.
speckles, but
The
I
white,
can't remember
the
now.
white one, the bigger white one, that one is selenite.
Selenite,
yeah,
I thought
she's
that.
cute. And
The
the one that I'm
smaller
saying to
one,
you
the
about, the
smaller
speckle one,
one,
yeah, the speckles one as well.
yeah,
She's pretty.
Jasper. Yeah, she said
Jasper.
Jasper
Jasper.
because
Yeah, it's Jasper.
it's a speckled Sussex, Sussex, speckled
Right.
Sussex is what it is, and that one we named Jasper. Yeah,
They're all
Yeah,
pretty. They've
no,
all
see,
got
they're
pretty
all
things
beautiful,
about them.
but them three I
yeah.
really like.
And
Like,
They're
then
so
and
funny
then
though. I
Rose,
think they're
the brown one is rose for like like a rose crystal. Because you
yeah.
have the jasper because of all jasper's a whole bunch of different colors. And then the other black one, the one that's more black, the legs are all black. That one is tourmaline. The black
Tourmaline.
Woman,
tourmaline,
oh,
and
you
those
can't
black
give
on
named
it.
them after the stone.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
all
that's
Yeah,
cute.
crystals.
yeah,
They're all
yeah.
I
so
thought you
Every
was
one
going
of
to
them.
say onyx. That was a bit onyx.
Yeah, black onyx. Yeah, that's the one. Black
She's so
onyx is
pretty.
the one with
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
bluish, purplish.
yes,
Yeah,
beautiful,
Yeah.
yeah,
beautiful.
in it.
They've all got their own
And
little personalities. I think the more that I watch them and I see their personalities coming through, Jasper's very curious but still a little scared, isn't she? She still comes in for it,
Yeah,
but she more sits and
yeah,
she
watches.
comes over,
You
but
need to
then
watch them, guys.
scuttles
They're
away
so
quick. It's like, oh dear, she's gone
yeah,
again.
I
yeah,
swore they were going to take the apple out of your hand. I was like, go and take the apple, but it just
She's the
wouldn't do it.
yeah.
Duchess of Sussex. She is indeed. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
yes.
well, does yeah, yeah. But I like the Jasper because Jaspers come in so many different shades and stuff, and some
Yeah,
have the
they're beautiful.
speckles to them. And since she's a speckled Sussex, I thought well Jasper will be, you know,
Yeah,
Ideal.
they're
Yeah.
perfect.
beautiful
Yeah,
to
perfect.
watch.
But yeah, I tried to
They are
do
beautiful
all
though.
the crystal thing going on there. So
Yeah. They're definitely characters. I can't wait to see them all start to grow. Well, they're growing up just now, but I can't
And
wait
seeing
to
their first egg,
yeah.
I
Oh
know.
seeing their first
yeah.
eggs, that's going to be so exciting.
Yeah,
Do you
and
have to
see,
give them false eggs to sit on?
well, you don't have to give them false eggs, but I've been looking for them. Like Tractor Supply carries them,
Yeah.
but they were out every time I go there. And right now, since we're both now on limited income, I try to. We try not to make any. If we're gonna make a trip, like when we go fishing, it's because we gotta get stuff at the store or something like
Right,
that.
make
So
it the
we
one.
do it
Yeah,
all at one time.
quite right. The
But
prices are
yeah,
full.
when the first one lays its egg, if I don't have the little fake ones first, then I'm gonna end up having to like put a little mark on that one and then leave it in the nest so the other ones can, because
Right,
they'll start laying between 5 and 6 months old. They're already 5 months old. But the
right.
thing is the heat, as hot as it is, will cause the production to slow down.
All
So
right.
and the cold does the extreme cold does the same thing. It causes them to slow down. So I don't know
Oh,
if
so they
they'll
Right.
have
be
to be like at
behind or
normal
not.
temperature then.
Temperature.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So, but
They're
you know
so cute, guys.
the
You should
little
watch
one
them.
that's the little one with the tufts, amethyst.
Yeah.
She is actually the same age as those bigger ones.
See,
It's
that's
just
how I liked her because she
Oh,
was the little runty looking one, and I just love the ones that's always the little underdog.
yeah, it's just her
yeah,
breed
my
is a
boo was.
little bit smaller. But
Right.
they're all gonna lay different color eggs. There should be some blue eggs, maybe some pink eggs, maybe some
Oh,
olive
One
green
be
night.
nice to see a
eggs.
blue egg.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Wow.
Brown, brown eggs. So I got the breeds that that laid the different colored eggs. Like
Right.
an assortment because I wanted
So,
them to all be different. Like who was it? I don't know. It might have been Danny. I'm not sure. Somebody said, "Well, couldn't you find those birds closer to you because we drove away?" The thing is I didn't want to get some chickens from here, some chickens from here, some chickens from here. I wanted to get them all at the same place because if you
yeah.
Yeah.
get them if you get them in different places and you put them together, they're gonna start fighting and picking, and one trying to be
Yeah.
boss over the other. You're
Yeah, at
gonna go
least
through
they're
that
all from the
whole
same
mess.
place. They're not going
You
to
can
as much,
grow
are
up
they?
Yeah,
together.
yeah. So when
Yeah.
I
Brothers,
got them, they
sisters,
were
brothers,
all in the
sisters.
same area, and I was like, okay. I started telling her what I want, and then she went and picked it because I wanted them all different, but they were all raised in the same area because
They're
she
used to
she
each other.
breeds them. Yeah, so she breeds them, so they were all already together. So when I brought them here, they were still together. So that's
Yeah.
And
what I was
I
what I
guess
was
another
wanting.
thing that you wouldn't know if one batch is healthy and the other one isn't, would you really? If like you bought from different places, at least if it was all from the
Exactly.
same place, you'd be able to say there's something wrong with your breeds. If you get in them from God knows New York or where else, like
Yeah,
you ain't gonna know, are you?
Yeah,
right.
they're all
Yeah,
healthy looking.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, and then I've sent her a couple of pictures. I've sent her the little short video of where I named them, where I took the picture and I put
Yeah.
the
That's
name.
cute.
I sent them to her, and right away she got it that it all had to do with crystals or stones. She was like, "Oh my
Like the best loved
God,
chickens
that's
in
so
Tennessee.
precious!" Yeah, and then I showed her
They
the
are.
picture because she told me that black onyx one. She told me that she said that one will be getting the blue in its feathers. So when it started getting blue and purple, I sent her a
Nice.
picture of it, and she said, "Yeah, the true colors are starting to come out now because its mom, because she raised them since they were eggs. She hatched them out. She says its mom was the same way and had blue in its feathers. So she
Wow.
figured that one was
Oh,
gonna
That must be a good
have the blue.
achievement, that, isn't it? Hatching
Yeah.
them from an egg right
Well,
up
see,
to.
that's what I did in Texas. I
Right.
had, I had commercial incubators, and so I would sell them. I would sell the eggs unhatched if they wanted to hatch them themselves. I would sell them like at 2 days old. I would sell them at 3 months old and then on up, and they were all different prices because I had over 6,000 birds, all
Wow.
breeds. All breeds. I had chickens, I had ducks, I had geese, I had pheasants, I had quail, I had rheas, I had ringneck pheasants. I mean, I had turkeys,
Everything.
all yeah kinds. So anybody that wanted any, they would look me up, and then I would tell them, well, come over, tell me what you want, and then I would let them, pick them. I had my breeders that I wouldn't sell, and then all the rest of them, it was just depending on what age group that they wanted in that
That
were
must have been
different.
amazing having all of those
I
different types of
know.
birds and stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
love
had.
birds. I'd have been in my
Yeah,
prime sitting there seeing thousands of birds, been like,
I've
yeah.
just
Well,
and all
see,
the horses and things as
I
well.
yeah,
had them on. Yeah, I had them on 10 acres, and so I had the different pens for different ones. They would all free range on the 10 acres. I had a big old pond we had built for all the ducks and the geese, and then when it come time to feeding time, I would put the feed in each one of the pens, and they all knew which pen to go into. I had peacocks. They all
Wow.
knew which
oh
pens to
wow,
go in. Yeah. So they all went into their own pens to eat, and then I would close them up at nighttime.
So
And
they all
then in
stick to
the
their own breed then. They don't
yeah,
kind of that's
yeah,
nice.
they're
That's
quite intelligent that way. They do normally stick to their own types. Yeah,
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 that's
yeah,
I
and
nuts.
love
that
birds.
yeah, and
So
then in
they
the
are.
morning I would open up all of the deals,
Peacocks
and then
must be
I would
beautiful.
throw the
Which
food
one?
out. They would all free range on the 10 acres.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely amazing. And like,
I'd be lovely.
I'm a huge animal lover. Obviously, being witches, we are animal lovers. We care about animals and that. But I love it. First thing, waking up in the morning and hearing the birds singing and stuff. I think if I was deaf and that,
Yeah,
I think I'd hate that because I would not being able to hear them singing
I
and
know.
or
yeah,
walk as well.
yeah.
Like, I
But
wouldn't like
see,
that.
yeah, but see, I don't have any roosters because I don't want any. It's bad enough the dogs bark at nighttime if anything comes around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But at least the neighbors know if they're barking something is around.
Yeah, it's a
The
worry for them as well.
roosters that keep you awake and just aggravate you because they ain't alerting you of nothing. They just freaking ass crowing because they want to crow.
They just want to be
You
known.
know. Yeah. So
Six
I
o'clock in
said
the
if I
morning.
have yeah. So what I'll do is if I have any broody hens, a broody hen is when they start getting broody, they'll sit on a nest and they won't get off the nest. They'll lay eggs and stuff, or they'll go sit on some more eggs and they want to hatch them out. But if you're
Right.
collecting the eggs, it doesn't stop them from being broody. So if I get a hen later on that one of these goes broody, then I will check around because there's people around that have chickens and
The
stuff. If
alone
they
one.
have if they have a rooster, then I will buy a dozen eggs from them that's been,
Right.
fertile, and I will get those eggs and slide them underneath her, and she will think
Alright.
she's laid those eggs, and she'll hatch those eggs out, and then she'll raise those chicks where I don't have to. She'll
Right,
take them
okay.
around and show them how to eat and how to drink and do all of the work. So I
Right.
don't have to have a rooster there
So would the
when
other
I can.
mothers help her? Or would she do it herself, or would the
No,
other
she'll do it.
hens help
No,
her?
she'll do it all herself because she
Right.
will let the others know, get away. These are mine.
All right.
yeah,
These
they're
are
very
my babies.
territorial. They won't let you. Yeah, no.
Yeah, she's not gonna let no other one. No other
So they
ones.
don't
They
Do
normally stay
that.
out the
yeah,
way
don't
until
let them
she
bring up
eases
there.
in with the babies. Once she starts hanging around near him with the babies, then it's fine. But
Yeah,
they won't
No.
step in. No.
Because I know
yeah,
some animals, there's certain animals do let like their brothers and sisters, let's say,
Yeah,
get involved in the raising of them, don't they? Like
birds
yeah,
meerkats,
don't.
for
They're quite
example.
yeah.
territorial.
No,
But what
yeah,
you got to
no,
think in the wild, a lot of birds attack each nest, don't they? Like they'll attack each
yeah,
other's
Yeah,
nests and they
yeah.
true.
try to take the babies,
Yeah,
but they're not
I,
happy about that.
yes, I
Yeah.
saw a video, and the lady was saying that because she had like three separate hens, and they all had eggs out, and she had them together. And every time she would go back the next morning, there would be like a couple of them dead, and it looked like they was being picked and stuff.
Oh,
She
Oh,
couldn't figure out what it was, and I was like, "Oh my God, separate those hens, separate those
right.
babies." Into three different ones. They're killing each other's babies, is what they're
Oh,
doing.
no.
And finally, after she just had a few of them left, I guess she figured it out because she separated them.
Yeah.
But it was just like,
I would probably do something like that. Think they were one big happy family. That's what
Yeah,
I would.
no. Even though they're all from one place, and because I remember, my uncle was a farmer and he used to work with like the chickens and stuff like that, and I was like,
yeah, Kim says
I had
geese will
a
help each
friend
other.
that was father was a farmer as well. So like, why don't you ever keep the chickens all together, like the ones that are all the same? He goes, because they'll still fight with each other when they've got babies and whatever, because they're territorial. They don't like even their own type and their own brothers and sisters. They won't like them near the babies or anything. That's why you should always separate them. So from birth, because then not only that, you stress the mums out as well. You can stress the mums out and they could die as well. You don't want any of that happening.
Yeah, you can put them like in a dog pen, like a dog cage inside, the chicken coop or the chicken area, and then have it covered where they can still have privacy part of it, but so the other chickens can still see them. They can see the other chickens, so that when you do finally bring them out, they're not gonna fight with each other. But when they do finally, when you let them out with the babies and stuff, and the other chickens get curious and they want to come around, the mom's gonna let them know real quick to, just to back off and give them their space.
Yeah.
Because she starts teaching them. Yeah.
Not all birds are like that, but a lot of like things like chickens and wild birds, they are very territorial. Things like geese and swans and stuff like that, they are very loyal to their groups normally, and they're normally all right. You'll normally see them swim around together and that. But like things like chickens and stuff like that, they're a bit more. I still wouldn't risk getting near to a geese to find out if it'd be alright with any other geese. Because you'd still attack it well. You know what I mean? Like if it had to.
Yeah, because we used to take the kids down to Strathclyde Park, which is M&D's. It's the Scotland's roller coaster place, whatever you call it, fun fair place. It's only a 10-minute drive for us. And we used to take the kids down there when Liam was small. When Kerry was small, it started with her. We used to take them down to feed the swans and things. And then we used to take Liam and Zach, but some of them can be very vicious. Like you will stand with a bit of bread, throwing it out to them, and they'll come down and take it right off you and fly away.
Oh yeah,
you're like,
As they do,
yeah. Try being at the beach with seagulls and having some French fries. They'll all attack you and get your French fries.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I remember when Willie had a car at the time. There was William, myself, Liam was only about 3 or something, and his friend Charles, and we went to Ayra Drive, and Charles had a fish supper with chips, and we were walking behind him, and he's on the front of us eating chips and a fish supper, and the whatever they're called,
seagull.
The seagull started taking his chips, and he threw them up in the air, and we're behind him. So me, Wally, and the Wayne, Liam, was walking down with all these bloody things trying to get to the chips and things that he threw in the air. But he was that scared from them that he threw his chips and things up in the air and threw them basically.
But they will attack. They will.
Yeah.
No, there's a river down in.
Sorry.
Say that again, sis?
I was gonna say Carrie says runner ducks. She says runner ducks my daughter has. They're so funny. Yeah, I used to have some Indian runner ducks. You know how a duck it's kind of its body is like this with its head up and its feet here. Well, Indian runners, they stand up like this with their feet here. They stand like upright. Yeah, and when they run, they look funny because it's like a human running on both legs. Because they're not like this. They're they're like up like this.
Yeah, normally they're like that, aren't they? They're like bent over.
I loved. Oh, when I everybody wanted to buy my Indian runner ducks, and I was like, nope, those are not for sale. No.
I have too much fun watching them run.
Yeah, and that's what got me when I first seen them and they were running through the field. I'm like, I want that one. I want that one. I want that one.
They are cute. What I'm going to do, guys, We have been on nearly 2
Oh,
hours, and I'm
that's not
sure
2
that
hours, wow.
Yeah.
everybody's bums are probably nearly numb now, because I know that mine's starting to. So
I wondered why Sparkle was getting restless.
we have really, really enjoyed being together again and being with all of you, my angels. It's been an amazing evening. I didn't even realise it had got to 2 hours. It don't feel like 2 hours,
I
does it?
know.
Guys,
I bet
didn't.
Lee knows it. I bet he's in there waiting for me to come
Yeah,
back to give him
Lee's
a bag
probably
of chips or
hungry. He's
something.
probably
Yes,
wasted away.
Lee.
But yeah, we
Sorry.
do love and appreciate you all, guys, and thank you for coming and watching the show. Do you sisters want to say anything quickly?
I just
Just
want to
thank
say
you
to
guys for
everything,
coming.
yeah.
Yeah, and
And
we'll
it's been
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll be
And it's
back.
been
Don't
brilliant to
worry.
have you back on Chad channel as well, Sister Mystical. It's been really nice to get all three of us
Yes,
back together.
that
And
is.
Yeah.
we're going to
We'll
go
have
then,
to.
guys.
Bye, everybody. It's nice to
Just keep
sit.
an eye out for our channels for like
Yeah.
uploads and whatever else coming, okay, guys? But we love you all and blessed be, and we see you all very, very
Bye,
Thank
soon.
you,
And
everybody.
we'll do the outro.
Bye.
Bye bye. Blessed be.
Bye.
PWI Spiritual Investigators here. I would like to thank you for joining my show today. I hope that you have enjoyed it and have been inspired. Remember that the paranormal and the strange and the unknown are very real, and I hope that you will join us again for another show. Don't forget to tune in and keep your eyes out for the next one. And I bid you a merry parting and thank you for watching. And may you have a blessed evening. Blessed be.